Assalamu alaikum. My name is Naveed Husain. I'm a divorce attorney in Chicago, and I've been a divorce attorney now for about 7, 8 years. 2013 is when I got my license. And so over that span of time, I've done hundreds of divorces in the Muslim community. I'm sure that maybe one of you or somebody that you know, I might have represented them, or I might have represented the other side. And so I have a very, unique perspective on divorce, especially in the Chicago Muslim community, but I think in the Muslim community at large, because some of the issues I'm sure are affecting Muslims across the country. And so, the biggest question that I'm asked, as soon as my cousins, come over, or I see somebody I haven't seen for a very long time, the first question that they ask me is, what's the number one reason people are getting divorced? And, this is a little. um, so I think really the number one reason that there isn't just one reason, right? And I think that's kind of what we need to start understanding. And the reason why I'm kind of compelled to talk about this is that there isn't just one reason, because us as a community, there's many individuals from many different backgrounds, there's many different issues that are affecting us. And I think what we've been doing is kind of a one size fits all solution, when reality, just as many humans and individuals that we are, there's those many reasons for divorce. And so I guess from the micro level, if I had to rank, I would say that the top few reasons for divorce in our community have to do with, number one, finances. And again, this is in no particular order. Finances would be a huge reason. Number two is in-law issues. So families living together in mixed homes causes a lot of strife in marriages. There's reasons of abuse, of course, domestic violence, domestic abuse, whether there's emotional or physical harm being done. We see issues of addictions, be that drug addictions, pornography addictions, cheating. Of course, that's another reason for divorce. But like I said, it's very difficult to actually say what the top reasons are. These are just the ones that come to my mind, and the reality is that there's so many reasons. So that's kind of at the individual level, but I think the other reasons for divorce go beyond just the individual, right? And I think that it's about society itself and how marriage is not being seen as that important anymore. I believe that a society, the main institution of a society has to be marriage. And that marriage, produces for us children. It provides stability for our families, for our children. It allows us to pass on wealth from one generation to the next. And this institution is just so important because I believe it's the bedrock of everything. And society now doesn't necessarily value marriage, right? And I'm talking from a macro level. There's a rise in individuality. There's, people are living farther and farther away from their families. It's more about me. And I mean, I was just listening to like a Freakonomics podcast, and they were saying how we're number one. America is number one when it comes to individuality and the rating of individuality. And I think that reason in and of itself is a very big reason why marriages are failing. And again, I'm not an expert on why marriages fail necessarily, but I do think that I have a unique insight as to how perhaps we can do divorce in a more Islamic manner, right? And I think that's the impact that we can have, or that I can have, by making these videos. And so I just wanted to first talk about the top reasons of divorce, and then I hope to make also other short videos. I don't want to talk for too long. Just short videos on perhaps what I wish I can teach the Muslim community about divorce. How can we make our divorces more in line with the Sunnah? Because we have a way of how divorce is supposed to be done, right? We have the mashwara, talking to people, getting a representative from each family member to be involved, the 3-month waiting period, the ability to get back together. All of these things are part of the sunnah and part of our deen that can really help us minimize the impact of divorce, because I think that's what it comes down to, right? Is that it's impacting our children psychologically, in every manner. And if the one thing that we can learn from these divorce videos is just being educated about divorce, because I think that's the big lack that we have, is that we don't understand how divorce works. We don't know how we can minimize it. We don't understand how property issues work, how children issues work. And I hope, inshallah, may Allah give us tawfiq to just hit on these issues. And I pray that it's a service to help us understand more about divorce, and maybe inshallah use this to strengthen our families, use this information to make our divorces not as nasty. We don't need to be paying lawyers so much money. And if we understand these issues ahead of time, for example, top reasons of divorce, or there might be I'm planning on doing videos on, let's say, jewelry. There's a lot of issues when it comes to jewelry in our desi divorces. Prenups, child support, alimony, property, marital property. So I hope to touch on all of that. I told myself it would only be 5 minutes, and I've gone over that already. So inshallah, until next time. Assalamu alaikum.